All right, got it. Trying to get back to Zoom. All right, there we go. Got it, got it, got it. All right, peaceful greetings, Islam, Islam. How is everyone doing today on this Level Moon Day? Okay, hey. And I am Brother Shalim L, and I'm here with my Astro Magnificent Bro.
Islam, I am Terrell to my Bay. How art thou, Islam?
And in the shadows, as usual, we have our Astro Magnificent Bro.
Peace and greetings to my beloved brothers, whom I'm well pleased, and all of you beloved Muslims out there globally and intergalactically. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here at Morocco at Northwest of Maxim, kicking it in the background. All righty, I yield, bro.
All righty, now we about to get right into it. So we have the Virgoan new moon. Brother Jag will be starting us off. Houses 1 through 3, 7 through 9, and I will be doing 4 through 6 and finishing this out strong.
Hey, check this out.
10 through 12.
Hey, I just noticed that it says Virgoan, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and fix that, send you the new thumbnail, and you can put it in while you're doing it. We're gonna do this on the fly, baby. I got you. You see what it says in the back? So auto-corrected as I was fixing it.
Move it.
Oh, I got it. Oh, I so got it. No, I got you. I got you.
And then let's see.
Oh, all right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I said that now I'm looking. All right, well. Peace of Green. How's everybody doing this Level Moon Day? We have we have the sun about to transit into Virgo today, so Virgo season. So I hope you've been listening to the weather report and getting the self-astrology, making those necessary adjustments and findings. And I'm just hit the share screen right here and get right on into this thing. All righty. And peaceful greetings to everyone. And here we go. Right on into it. Very, as Brother Hassan said, Mercury trine Pluto, about to be exact today.
Reconfiguration.
With the intuition Monday, but I yield.
It's on me, yes.
Indeed, broski, I yield.
We're looking at the new moon. So to speak. Sun and the moon are unified. Yes, 4 degrees, 3 minutes. In Virgo, as you see, it's in the first house. And we are going to Brazil, so to speak.
Not Miami.
Yes, not Miami. I'm sure it's some street named Miami, in Brazil. Okay, anyway. So sun and the moon is in the first house. This is what we're observing here. Regulus is rising, Spica is rising, Venus is rising. Oh, this is interesting. The people around the people of Brazil, the collective unit, of individuals or beings coming together, so to speak, and formulating some new they could be coming together with some new I would just say, let's just speak of like it's water specifically. So they could find some sort of water well, so to speak, or some sort of water source that may help the population's drought, so to speak. They could be going through some sort of a famine with water, so to speak. This whole energy, Brazil. So we're talking about, Southern America, so to speak, sort of. But then on the opposite of that, though, we have like Europe and stuff like that. So that energy too, like just any sort of let's say drought with water, so to speak. That's sort of being reconciled, so to speak, the people are saying that that's a lie. So if the government around Brazil specifically, could have been lying to the people, right? And now the people are finding out how to basically unify within, oneself, so they can be, collectively a force, so to speak, their own government specifically, right? This is a whole new identity, so to speak, for just the people of Brazil, right? People collectively, of course. However, we're being specific with what we're observing. So, a lot of unity here. People being inspired by the differences being unified, so to speak. Like the children could be the ones commanding the parents to, recognize how important water is. It could just be something as simple as that. Mercury and Libra in the first house. So it's like, the justice has to be, justice is here, so to speak. Mercury and Libra. The message is justice, right? So if there's injustice or unjust energies, that has to be reconciled. Mercury is trining, it's applying trine to Mars in Gemini. So things from the childhood or from the past could be brought back to the forefront to reconcile who you are, rather than who they were told to be. Things like that. That's very imperative. The authority is basically being removed, so to speak. Whatever authority was being assumed as an authoritative figure is, that's not happening anymore. So you could be finding some some clarity within the way the people move in Brazil or near Brazil. If you're near Europe or, North America, wherever in North America, wherever in South America, could not be Brazil. Finding the beauty in people unifying for a common cause, which is simple as water being a necessity. Everyone, has to drink water. So, you can look out for some very informative news that'll inspire you to stop being a doormat. How about that? If that's, your constitution and whatnot. But on the opposite, it could be the time to find the beauty in differences, so to speak. Just because I don't like apples, right? Brother Sham's eating an apple. I don't like apples, bro. I don't.
What?
Nah. But that don't mean you ain't my bro, though. What you mean? Like, what? That's just an example.
That brother
right?
like apples. I can't rock with him.
Yeah, man. You like apples, you tripping, bro. Like, you couldn't be the bro. You like apples, you tripping. Like, that don't even make sense. So, not being petty. So with that, I yield the floor.
It's fine. And give me 1 second, broski. So
I'm gonna have to turn my mic off so I can comment. I'm over here commenting, saying things and all that, but I'm sitting here fixing that thumbnail, bro. Did you change it already?
I am doing it right now. Right here, right I'm like,
now. How did the O and G get how did the O and the G get transposed like that? I'm like, that's whatever. Let's just, you already know me. Too cool to be embarrassed. So let me just go fix it.
It's okay.
Exactly. Go and fix it. But yeah, man.
I read typographical errors in books every single day.
Exactly.
Bruh. I'm telling you.
Every day.
Yeah, man, get this book. And then be like, did you get an editor before you published it? So it is what it is, though. All right, I yield, bro. It's this long. I'm gonna leave my mic and my camera unmuted though, just in case.
It's long.
All right, it's long.
All right, I yield, brother Jay.
All right, we got Grand Turk. Okay. Oh, so we're going. Ooh, more. All right.
Turks and Caicos, it says.
Yeah. The coordinates got me. Yeah, I got it. So Virgo zone with Leo on the rise. That's interesting. All right. Sun's in the second house. Moon's in the second house. Yeah, so they're just moving. All right, so here's a more asset and liability foundation here. So what's the assets and what's the liabilities? Well, that's pretty much based in so value system, right? So Venus is in Leo, 19 degrees, 6 minutes. 15 degrees Leo. Is 19 degrees the lion point? Okay. So 15 degrees is the lion point, right?
I think so. The point of affection, I think you're speaking on.
Hold on 1 sec, bro. Boom. My screen's still going. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. The point of that's it. Yep. First point of affection. Assets and liabilities. Yeah. So yeah, assets and liabilities are always based in, values. Okay. So Brother Sean, he likes apples. I like kiwi or plums. The point in saying that is the liability to me would be the apple, because I don't fucking eat apples and they're not going to be something that I would want to consume, right? So that's physically speaking. So if we go metaphysically, an asset for me would be reading a book. I was just having a conversation earlier with someone who said that would not be considered that. That's just what it is. So with that knowledge of knowing that the differences of values, so now that value system is going to give you a different set of assets and liabilities. Okay, well, that's that. So Sun and Moon and Virgo in the second house, it's a new start of where these energies or these how these people will gather themselves to bring something, tangible to life, so to speak. And we're talking again, we can go back with the water thing, making sure the community all has water supply, unlimited water supply based off of only based off of work, so to speak. And that would be, you're a carpenter, can you teach me how to do that? You know how to do the roof, teach that, barter, boom. So now we have a community going off of skill set and not off of feudal system or something that has no value, which would be like a piece of paper that says Federal Reserve note on it, whatever, and it says $20 or $1, whatever. So it's a reconfiguration, Sun and Moon being in the second house. It's new, it's a new start, it's a new seed being planted within the community, because Moon, the common people, it's all of the people at large, and then the Sun, let's just say that's the authority figure or the government, whatever. That's done. Because the people, again, Virgo, Mercury sort of energy, and then Mercury's in Libra. So, they're coming to this realization of what is a code and a statute and a policy? Is that law? What's a law though? And who said law was, all of that. So whatever. So realizing, who has authority, because the Sun, right? We're talking about the author of life or authority, right? Who is the author of your life? That would be, you. You create your life. based on, again, your value system and your mental constitution and all of those things. But this is a clean sweep of what's the word? Knowing what's frivolous versus what's tangible or valuable. But again, that's subjective according to who you're talking to. So observing these things could bring a whole new approach to how you deal with certain things. And it's specifically your property, your rights specifically, and who you are. So then you would know you wouldn't have certain people you wouldn't infringe on certain people's, property and rights, right? Which is, synonymous. So you wouldn't do that to someone else. So then seeing that, it's going to be just a spark. So again, you could see someone being ran off the road, so to speak, or you can see it on the internet specifically with, the sun. I mean, Leo being on the rise, Aquarius being on the descendant. It's going to bring that can be how this observation happens. You can see someone correcting a policy enforcer on infringing on their rights, and it's like, whoa, wait, I didn't know what's I have rights, that it's a whole spark of clarity here with sun and moon, or moon and sun in Virgo, second house. It's like, it's like realizing that you have a body and that you can touch yourself. So then it's like, if someone whom you don't want talking to you, it's like, why are you even talking to me?
You talking to me?
Are you talking to me? Literally, you don't even have to respond. It's fine. And we're just speaking on just boundary stuff. Like, what are you talking to me for? So again, yeah, it's just a wipe of, it's a brain. It's washing your brain literally from old guidelines. Again, it could be happening from a more observational perspective instead of you experiencing it. Yeah, I with that.
Islam, yeah, add to that. Yeah, Mars is making a sextile to Spirit and Fortune, but squaring Sun and Moon.
Word.
So yeah, it's a growth opportunity to see what you're doing and get past your actions. Like Brother Jack said, yeah, a brainwashing, right? So maybe you need to watch Men in Black, and when they do the little thing and flash you, maybe just replay that part until you feel like you've been purified.
That is actually, I could see that, fucking and that 12th house. It's like, you do not remember that. Like, yes, I do. Are you in denial? No.
You're in fascination. No.
Goodness.
Then what
gracious.
are you?
I dig that. Yeah, but it's gonna be, it's moving. It's frustrating though, because
Okay. So look at that, bros. Okay. So Mars sextiling Spirit and Fortune, of course, squaring
and the ascendant.
And the ascendant, Islam, and also Sun and Moon is making that square, and it's an applying trine with Mercury. So it's like, just when you're speaking on justice, like it's all coming.
You said Fortune and what else is conjunct the ascendant?
Oh, Spirit and Fortune?
Yes, exactly. Because the moon is conjunct the sun. Yes, exactly. Okay, I yield. I just want to make sure I heard properly. I yield.
Oh, Islam, yeah. Like that justice you said, Brother Jag was seeking. It's like after you know, understanding what's law and what's not. You know, that's that opportunity to, okay, hey, here's the clarity. Now let me make the necessary adjustments and organize that so that we can communicate for everyone and just be that justice that we seek.
Bro, it's so funny because this is like 4:17 in the morning, but still though, it's literally like just getting a call. It's like, yo, you won't believe what just happened. And then they tell this amazing story about this individual being so firm on who they are. And it's just like, oh my God, man, it really just inspired me to really like, we should go to ancestry.com and, you know, do our DNA. Like literally, like, bro, it's so funny. Like, I'm not joking, but it's literally like, I want to know who I am. It's a call out for it. It's like, please let me know.
Wow.
For real. But yeah, it's very therapeutic for real, because it's gonna bring unity collectively for sure. It's not.
It's fine.
Santa Rosa, California. I had some Santa Cruz lemonade, and I was so disappointed.
I was not expecting that to be. I had some Santa Cruz lemonade, and I was so disappointed. I was not expecting that part. That is hilarious.
When I seen the Santa Rosa, it made me think of it like, yeah. But anyway. All right, Mercury.
Cancel that drink.
Hilarious.
It's not that bad.
Oh yeah, brother Jack. That's what I was gonna say. Before you was going, that's like if you was in barbershop, you know, Eve going off about her apple juice, brother Jack, I don't even drink apple juice.
like he's like, I don't like peaches, but I like peach cobbler. Like, what? I'm kidding.
Islam.
Oh yeah, bro.
Islam. That's funny. That's actually, yeah, that's funny. So migration of 4 pounds. All right, yeah. So this is happening in the 3rd house, obviously. Yeah. So it's in the house of intellect, communication, how your childhood memories, so to speak. Yeah. Santa Rosa, California. There's a lot of films, probably produced near this area. That's for sure. So that could be some sort of recollection, so to speak. Someone, Okay. Yeah, so a lot of travel is here going on, so to speak. This is the plans to travel, so to speak. Yeah, this is the plans to travel rather than traveling. Yeah, a lot of things being published from near the California State Republic. Yeah, that'll definitely be moving to people sort of similar to what was that? What did I just have? Was that Brazil? No, that was Grand
Turks and Caicos after Brazil.
Yeah, so that's sort of, it's similar, and that's not too far off. That's like 17 degrees on the northern latitude, so it's a little higher, of course. But yeah, interesting. Very similar energy though. Something's definitely going to be published, and or like definitely some publishing that'll be uprooting the people to definitely start enforcing their own government, the republic, and democracy literally that doesn't exist. So there's an uprooting here in California, near California. Ooh, whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so a lot of group dynamics will be definitely not being that won't be a thing. There's some things ending based off of deceit and treachery, so to speak, within the group dynamics. There's the insincerity that's not being communicated within whatever group is definitely coming to its head. It could be the remedy for that would be a great fight, so to speak. And if you're not into, defending yourself, maybe you should watch a good fight, so to speak. That would be a good thing to do or indulge in. If you aren't physically, you aren't.
And that is 7 Hill Star Astrology Firm not. All right, let's just make sure we put that out there for the record. All righty. Because we're transparent as fuck. All righty. Because we know communication is key. And getting your panties all in a bunch is like, hey, bros.
Whoa.
There's no panties here getting in a bunch, Okay. No panties or bandanas in a bunch here. All right, let's just keep things honorably communicative and transparent. Just want to make sure that how people go, ooh, drama.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going back to meaning the stories to tell people. Come look at the video now.
It's the flock to drama. Oh my God, it's drama. Yes, let me go ahead.
I know, right?
Right? Yeah. You're hilarious though. That was just
it's long.
Yeah, communication is key. Right. So if someone, makes you feel uncomfortable, you should probably let that person know, so to speak. And that could be, this is clarity here, Mars in the 12th house, Sun and Moon's in the 3rd. It's like, just being moved by words just alone, and of course, oh God, yeah, words mean things and they have. Everything makes you move, right? Of course. However, we all have the ability to, stop certain things at certain points. Yeah. So it's finding that balance because there's a balance with everything. So we can't just say that there's just one side of this thing and, yeah. So debates are, great too. Well, not debates. Like, I don't know. What can I say? Again, with the fucking Apple thing, whatever. That's just a form of us not agreeing on one thing. But again, he's not my fucking enemy because we don't both eat apples. That's frivolous. That doesn't even make sense. And that's extensive to whatever subject matter it is, honestly, because we're all just basically speaking from our ideals, so to speak, in most senses. So, it's just, knowing where you are supposed to be rather than trying to place yourself where you aren't meant to be. So that's the justice thing. It just works itself out naturally. It's not forced. That's just how that goes. Yeah. And Islam.
Islam, broski. All right. Let's keep this thing moving here, eh? All righty, so we are in. Oh, y'all gonna laugh when you see it. All right, New Moon Cancer Zone. We're at Hiva Oa Island, French Polynesia. All right, guys, and we have Taurus on the rise at 20 degrees, 7 minutes. All right, we have Sol and Luna in the 4th house of the home. All right, guys, so we have some organizing of the home right here. getting to just the service. So, any home based businesses. For those that are into that, or you just take other things about Virgo. So when it comes to your health, you can be looking to from this slice of the pie of the that we're looking at in the Cancer zone. And Luna is definitely home too. So some actual digital identity been in the fourth house. So really just looking at just one's health, family. So maybe this is where somebody's getting started with that family kind of like diary and book that we were talking about in the Astro Weather Report. I think it might have been the one we just did where Brother Jag had, I think it was like Moon square Saturn, and there's another aspect before that where we had referenced family diaries or like coinage things. So like really taking hint of what one's inheritance could be or just what they have at the domicile at home. So really just putting all that together to organize and get yourself together, and with Mars making that square, so it's just some sense. So self impulse and projection here. So if you're one-sided or unbalanced, you're really going to be maybe making challenges. So definitely just be cool with your impulses. Like Mars is in Gemini, like look at both sides of it. Because if you're unbalanced, look at Libra, you're really not going to be, you're going to reap what you sow here. So if you're being out of harmony or just being cruel or just unkind to those at your home, or just to the even to yourself, telling yourself physically or mentally, harming yourself by words, thoughts, and actions, you're really going to be setting yourself up for something. So really just getting to the harder things with Venus still being in the fourth house, to learn how to really it's like opening your heart to yourself so that you can really just find ways to connect with your family members. And because home is the government, it's the first government. So really just being able to relate to those that are, kindred to you, or those two that you call family. With it, because let's see, right there. And then so that now you're putting your impulses into balance, action, and communication, so that you're just not acting out of nervousness or impulse, so that guys, you can really communicate and relate to how you want to do things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this is some creative impulse strategizing here to bring justice and just organizing the details, like Brother Jag was saying earlier about codes, ordinances, and law. This is like a Men in Black brainwashing, mental cleansing of what's what was, but what it really wasn't. This is like when Neo really started to see the Matrix for what it was and what he was used to. He was hesitant in that scene where I think he wanted to, but get away, but he didn't. So now this is this opportunity to come around again for him to really, take note and take the steps that he did. So if you missed the opportunity you wanted to come again, so now really just being open to moving forward. And not being in fascination and denial within your group. So some, this is like a cleaning out of your groups too. That's fine. We was talking about that. It's like really seeing who's for you, Are you going to be real with things, or are you just going to, be in a dream state, fascination and denial of what is true, but you want to tell yourself different. It's 12 in the first. So yeah, just some endings and healing here, like some closure that could be coming that you might have known, that you didn't know that you needed, but now it's revealing itself, and it's like, oh wow, that's happening, or that happened for that. So this is like really getting clarity to understand why things had to happen how they did, and why some things might have took a little bit longer than others, so that now we can have a new sense of values to heal ourselves. and really just start being open to the unseen, the senses outside of the 5 cycle physical senses. And I'll yield. Brother Jag, Brother Sonic wanted to add anything.
Man, I'm over here like memeing it up over here on Instagram and sharing the link out, yo. So that's why I've been kind of like church mousing over here. But I will tune in a minute. Hold on, you got new moon Cancer zone, right? In Hiva Oa. All right, look at that Hiva Oa. Oh, wow, you doing there, huh? Let's see. And matter of fact, while I'm doing that, since I am checking that out, let me just open up the live, see if anyone's here in the chat. Let's speak and shout out.
Why you do that? I'm gonna add this.
JL. Go ahead. And Brother Kevin, beautiful greetings to you also. Go ahead. What you said after I finish, you want to add? You said?
Oh yeah.
You want to add something now?
I'm gonna just say this. To mentally stimulate yourself, get into gardening or landscaping of some sort. Just connect to Earth specifically.
Yeah. Sí, muy interesante, right? I mean, because what's really interesting too about it is the fact that Venus is ruling from the 4th house, the back of the 4th house. You see that, Leo? The back 4th house. That's the garden. So yeah, brother Jag is on it, right? When analyzing how Venus is dispositing for the 1st house as well as dispositing for the 6th house. So these are things that'll be good for your health. Right. And you see Spica and Arcturus is your biblical Joseph and Mary there in the 6th house along with the South Node. So you'll probably be recalling some things about what your grandmama and them said about gardening as well. So it can bring a healthy balance to yourself and just realize that it's a commitment in gardening, just like growing locks, right? Allowing your hair to lock and grow. It's just a commitment there for you to just be consistent with it and tend your garden accordingly, because even the extension of the nervous system, the hair, right? And speaking about locks and committing, that's where there's this new moon energy right there, which, having in a sign that rules the nervous system as well as the intestine. All righty, Virgo does rule the nervous system. And an extension of your nervous system is your hair, or some people will refer to as antennae, that have certain knowledges pertaining and such. And looking at the dispositorship for Venus being able to rule over the ascendant in the 6th house, that just means that what we're looking at is a new matrimony in doing so in the home, as well as the support for the home, for the fated relationship and regal countenance that is, to be there, and it's because interesting when you look at that whole 4th house, you got Venus, which deals with more of the sensual loveness, right? And the sex or the actual activeness is Mars being disposited by, Venus, while final dispositor is the Sun, while it's there in matrimony, right? Between Regulus and Vertex, which is, the king's heart and the fated relationship. So look at that right there, guys. I think here is where the rubber will meet the road in making sure that everyone is clear, all righty, on what the position is when relating, as well as how things are to take place in your garden, whether it be 5 cycle, astral, or causal. In other words, physical on a soul plane or in the spirit. So that's my metaphysical presentation on that, or at least a brief, insightful, intuitive testimony. And I yield. Islam.
Islam. Brother Jed?
No, you.
Good. All right, good. All right, let's keep rolling back. All right, so where we at now? We at the new moon Gemini zone. We're in Kalonga, Tonga. All right, Gemini zone in Kalonga, Tonga. Sun and moon in the 5th. Wonka.
Waka waka. Oh, just stop, man.
All right, so let's see. We've got Aries on the rise, 13 degrees, 45 minutes, being ruled by Mars in the 2nd house of your values, which will have a final dispositorship by Venus in the 5th, being ruled by the Sun here. So, hey, Sol and Luna in the 5th. Now, Sun's feeling good. You kind of a little accidental dating the 5th house right there, 4 degrees, and I think I checked 4 degrees Virgo was asthma. All right, so 5th house creativity here, guys. Really find ways to start breathing. And what do you mean by breathing? There are many. Hold up.
Okay, I just was improv. But you said hold up.
I don't
think Brother Jag was talking to you when he said the hold up, though. Where are you going?
No, I said yoga.
Yoga. Oh, I just said hold up.
Oh, we just said hold up. Okay, we'll yield now.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. So yeah, yes, yoga. Shout out to Brother Corey for that very magnificent session. Had me just at the joke floating, like, hold on, woo, am I really here?
Yeah, those yoga stones are seriously no cap, bro. Like, it is all the truth. Seriously.
Am I really here? So yeah, guys, get creative on breath work here. Sun and moon is at the degree of asthma. So how can you breathe? Do some yoga. And I'm thinking, Brother Jag, I'm sorry that that me might have to resurface. If you know which one I'm talking about. Move your body. Do some yoga.
Move your body. Oh, the jam, pump it up. Okay, I'm gonna
So yes. So pump up the jam, do you some yoga so you can breathe, man. All right. So fifth house there. So this creative service going on. Creative service. Yeah, this is like finally acting upon the impulses of hitting the gym if one has been putting it off, or just doing any kind of like creative work. So whether you're, taking initiative, working out, or like Brother Jack said, gardening, poetry, music, like whatever creative art that brings you pleasure, especially at the home to get you, out of the mindset of what you do at the job of your career. You're really looking to find ways on just finding ways to really heal yourself when you're at home, right? Whenever you get done with the job or whenever you get done doing what you do, how can you beautify your home and make it more relatable? How can you take what you value and really secure that and see things from both sides so that you can bring that to the home, so that now you're able to communicate in this new sense of fashion on just your impulses and your drive. So once again, now, boom, Mars and Mercury are about to be in a plying trine. This is second and sixth house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you're taking the old ways of how you used to create and what didn't work, Sun and Moon in the fifth there. You got Regulus there and Venus. So now you're able to relate that, heal from that, because now you're going to see that, a lot of the fascination and denials that you were under the hypnosis of, someone's going to appear and bring you that, or you might see that on the internet, or just some old memories might come up for you to heal and move on, so that now you can move forward and have this breakthrough here about your values, so you can really just communicate and bring about justice, knowing that whatever you secure and do for you in your home, you will be able to help and relate with others, so that now things can be balanced when it comes to, the scales of how you communicate and how you value yourself, and just from the dual nature side of things, not being stuck upon one's upbringing, and things that need to be let go of, so that everyone can, move forward and have some victory there with some wounded healing, some past actions, that I could say that it might not have been successful, or really just that really just hurts you and kind of like hindered your self-esteem or confidence. Now you're really able to start healing from that and now moving forward, so that you cannot now always feel bogged down or challenged by how you move and operate, so that you can have this balance. Because look, boom, 7th house cusp is on Libra. So now you're really able to start looking on just how you move, like your leadership. You know, and once again, this is accountability and leadership with this new moon as well. So now you really start to organize these details on, you know, what makes you avoid accountability? What is it? What can you get to the root of that? So that now you can, like I said, notice your triggers and emotions and just how you move and operate and how others do. So that now, once again, you can have the balance of peace that one seeks that we all seek, so that we can bring a healing and this service and organizational service to those all around us as we continue to move forward. And I will yield for that for Kalunga. Sun and moon in the 5th. Just organizing your health and your leadership skills to bring balance to your temple and everything outside of that.
That's interesting when you got Tonga there, because I know the Tongan people are those that when you go near the mountain time area near Arizona State Republic, they are like the Orthodox Church of Latter-day Saints type energy when they're exercising, you know, that type of thing or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like, even those, so they're like, when it comes to being Mormon, they're like Orthodox Mormon, you know what I'm saying? So just do some research. Believe nothing that Brother Hassan says. Do some research on the Tongan people. I guarantee it will be eye-opening. All right, I yield.
That's on. There we go. All right, so we are now in the Taurus zone, and we are at Nazareth, Vanuatu. All right, guys.
Nazareth, the Nazarenes.
Black and more pimp. I know I thought of that too. That recording. Oh my goodness.
Zip from Harlots.
Watch out for the Moor. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I was watching, I think I binged that whole series at the top of 2022. Very interesting perspective. Either way, I yield.
It's long. All right, guys. So we got Pisces on the rise, 27 degrees, 43 minutes. All right, being ruled by Guru, co-ruled by Neptune, if you'd like to look at that as well. So Guru is right here in the first. So, you know, we know that Jupiter deals with philosophy, wisdom, expansion, Neptune, you know, illusion, music, healing, however you like to describe that. So we've got Sun and Moon in 6th house. All right, you know, shout out to Brother Jack, 6th house. So this is just some organizational, service here. And also that someone in this area like really would be like coming out with like some like breathing treatment, maybe, because we know that the sun and moon's at the degree of asthma. So it's like, how do you cure that? What breath work can you do to really you know, start to ease one's chest and just other ailments? So this is really just organizing the details to move forward with health and service here. And starting like to look to go, you know, holistic and just working with others for this towards going to the institutions which seem to, you know, not cure the problem, but just continue to enable it. So we'll really be like getting clarity and light to that. And with, you know, Mars making that square to Sun and Moon, guys, you'll really be able to, once again, just take, you know, your home and your early upbringing, your self-care. You're really getting past the challenge. You're being challenged on how you move about things here. Mars and Gemini, Sun and Moon in Virgo. So you're organizing, like I said, it's about organizing your health here. Really, like it's like the theme that I'm getting when it comes to eating and just how you communicate, like also communications. Mars here in the 3rd house for this area. So there'll be some communications that will be had. and not careful could get heated. So once again, just be mindful. Mars is being final disposited by Venus, which is in the 5th. So this is just some creative relating to really deal with things and not be so far on, which Venus has got the final spot by Luna, which again just comes to the sun ruling over the 6th, the 5th houses. Let's see, the 4th house. Virgo's good. So yeah, really just communicating here. And with Mars and Libra, this is about communicating so that we can bring a balance. So this is within your partnerships and just within your neighborhood. So health and service communications for self and their neighborhood, so that now everyone can start to really see their self-value regardless of material possessions and things, right? And that now we will have these fated relations that we will be meeting, whether it be, new business contacts or just new sending things that we meet on the internet, really is able to build a rapport and really have these conversations that needs to be had, that some are just either, unconscious about it, or they don't want to speak about it, or it makes them uncomfortable. And I'll yield for that for the new moon for the Taurus zone, current in the 6th house.
That's changed. That's uprooting from. That's changing like the whole way of service, so to speak. Of course, like just changing, the job, so to speak. It's just a complete change, so to speak. Everyone's coming together though with that change though, so everyone can eat, so to speak. Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, let's see. I yield back to you, Brother Jack.
Islam. All right, Merizo. Guam. All right, so we're going to Guam. All right. It's happening in the 7th house, of course, as you see. All right, so yeah, the 7th house is being ruled by the sun, right? It's interesting. You was just really speaking on the emphasis on relationships. Yeah, so back to the assets and liabilities though. It's a finding peace. This is the finding peace in one's, self-being, so to speak, because it could have been ridiculed based on societal guidelines. So like the neighborhood guy who was just a farmer. He was just a farmer, but his neighbor owned this corporate business or whatever, so he was looked at as higher than, and that's just, that whole thought process is basically crumbling, so to speak. People are seeing that there's more value in merit rather than stations and heights of man, so to speak, and that's specifically in the circle 7. So yeah, it's like this is just the time. This is the moment of taking oneself serious and not shunning oneself based off of, again, the societal norms of what's supposed to be, based off of society's way of supposed to be. That's all subjective, right? Again,
social engineering.
Yes, programming, right? The programming, specifically the music and the television that people consume, or the things that they watch from the television specifically, is very. It just doesn't help, especially if you don't have thick skin and comprehension of what's happening. As what a program is specifically what programs do. Everything is basically a program, but how you program yourself, it's on you or it's going to happen for you. So that's that, that moment of clarity, so to speak, because the seventh house is looking specifically at the first house or directly at, the opposite. So you see what's clearly happening within your group dynamic or whom you may be relating with, or, what might have been seem valuable at a point in time. It's all just, it's a readjustment because it's not bringing any vitality to the being, so to speak. So it's all very new though, because Mercury applying trine to Mars. It's this time to speak up and say things that may have never been said. However, they may need to be communicated and, authenticated. So it's very, people comprehend what's going on. It's just basically getting over like the petty differences and not clinging on to, again, what's not helping. So if it's not bringing anything to you, what's the point of, indulging in it? That's just simple. So again, Aquarius is on the rise. So there's some uprooting within the public domain and just the collective at large, just the people, institutions, any national or national network or any, let's just say, popular internet famous being, whatever. All of that sort of energy is being eradicated based off of, insincerity or certain things not being communicated based off of, certain people knowing certain things. So it's like the authority figures are basically being removed based off of insincerity within, themselves and with whomever they're, indulging with or relating with, because that, how you are affects the people around you, regardless of what is, regardless of your conscious awareness of that or not. So that is it's basically a reconfiguration now, because that it's a moment of clarity with that. So it's more uprooting with the people at large, like the people who are the servant caste is taking the rulers out of their way, like specifically. It's like quote unquote rulers though. They put them people there. But yeah, it's not my year. Moving on to the next zone. That's the Aries zone too, so they're very forceful. Get out the way. Moors and Gemini. All right. Chuka. Malaysia. Chuka. All right, so the sun and the moon are moving to the 8th house, of course, as you see. We're going around the wheel. Yes. So back to liabilities and assets, or assets and liabilities. But this is the institutions, the governmental institutions, the corporate businesses, the mass big corporate businesses, they're all basically coming to a head. It's the production rates and the sales and all of those things are depleting. It's going downhill. So a lot of the people are putting their interest in more tangible things rather than things that they can't control or that they have to wait on, so to speak. So let's just speak of going to the grocery store. When there isn't certain items there, people are upset about that. So instead of that, they're growing these things instead of relying on outside entities. There's self-reliability here within it's really the young ones is taking charge, so to speak. You know, instead of waiting on someone to feed them, they're, you know, that's not the energy anymore, right? It's really just taking the initiative to really get what it is that's wanted, and that's as simple as water and just pita bread and falafel. It's just as simple as that, right? So that recollection or acknowledgement within the you know, again, the political structure or the public domain, quote unquote, is going to bring an uproar to those businesses, so to speak, because again, the people are bringing their resources together rather than, you know, taking their resources to those entities. Yeah, so that's a lot of different energies being emphasized around this area, but this is very collectively enhancing to get into just, you know, protecting whatever, protecting your rights specifically in the properties that you own, or the things that you control, so to speak, more relatively or more concretely. Getting into that study of really knowing what it is that you're into rather than just let's just say articulating it, you know, literally living it rather than just speaking on it, right? That's that whole reconfiguration. It's the ability to thrive and be the things that you know. That's all you can be. You can only be what you know. So that's that application of that with this sun and moon, new moon energy in the 8th house. Because now you're gonna be more of service to self, so to speak, with this, you know, this Virgo energy. It's of course wanting to be of service to others, but then that the new moon, and it's the sun and the moon, it's like you have to consider, you know, yourself to be able to consider someone else. That's just how that goes. Yeah, so moving on to the next area. Yes. That's going to move into the 9th house. You muted, bro.
I'm saying, indeed, I got you.
All right. Yeah. So we're going to the Aquarius zone. So yeah, right. More nations. Jupiter. All right. Yeah. So in the 9th house, yeah, the philosophies and the religions and the gurus and the authoritative figures, again, that's all uprooted. It's moved. The people with the Mars in the 6th house is squaring that sun and moon in the life. The people are taking more initiative and having more courage for the things that they value and they want for their community at large, and they're, you know, standing up for that. So the people of Nepal, body of Nepal, you know, they're standing up for themselves and, you know, enforcing, you know, practicality, so to speak, making sure that, you know, everyone's doing their job, you know, and if you're not, you're basically being removed from that position, right? That's that 9th house energy, because you have this is like magistrate subject, right, from the circle 7, and then wait, let me see something real quick. Let me do an experiment here. Let me see.
Chapter 29.
That is chapter 29. Yes. Let me see.
I said, Brother Son, yeah, you was reference to verse 3. It's not a few degrees ago, wasn't you?
Say that one more time, beloved brother.
I said, when you was referencing to chapter 29, you said especially verse or
28, chapter 28, verse 3.
Oh, was it 28? Oh,
yeah, that was 28. We kept doing 29, but yeah, 28.
Yeah, chapter 28, verse 3.
But the honor of the degree 2, the honor of a servant is his fidelity. His highest virtues are submission and obedience. Be patient, therefore, under the reproofs of thy master, and when he rebuketh thee, Answer not again. The silence of thy resignation shall not be forgotten.
And
right?
now do
So
me the favor.
specifically-
Now do me the favor if you can, brother. Now change everything that says master to mother and turn all the he's to she, and now reread it.
You want the amplified version for the people.
Yes. Please and thank you.
Be patient, therefore, under the reproofs of thy mother, and when she rebuketh thee or me, answer not again. The silence of my resignation shall not be forgotten. Yes. So master, mother, moon, and sun. Right. So it's really just if that's not honored, so to speak, which your fidelity, which you give, your submission and obedience, that will be remembered. So again, just take that energy where it needs to, where it's honored, so to speak, and don't force thy hand, so to speak. Yeah. Go to where it's there's love and challenges also. However, there's no one of my favorite songs is called "Running Away" by Bob Marley. You should check it out. Don't do that. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running. You can run away from yourself. Yes.
Wow.
Islam. Yeah, so find the beauty in whatever really makes you happy, and you'll see that you'll see that that sort of energy collectively. You can find someone who he finds the beauty in all of the religions, so to speak, or the dogmatic system, so to speak. He finds beauty in all of them, and that just ruffles everyone's feathers. He's just at peace like a motherfucker. Yeah, I yield. I yield.
That's fine.
All right, so we got one more, right? I got one more.
Oh no, that was it. It's on me now.
Okay. Word. Good. 10th house. Yes. Removing all of it.
Yes, we're moving it early. And this is we pulling up to a Stove Island Seychelles.
Ooh, yes.
So yes, this is removing it. Oh, this is, Sun and Moon in the 10th house of your career, authority, and status. So now this is the collective realizing who they are. And I'm gonna reference again, Brother Hassan. I know you go where I go. When it was with, what was that chapter you referenced to when it was We the Emperor?
Oh, that is the Unto Thee I Grant, when the letter from the Emperor of China, right, where it says we the Emperor of China is sending a letter to the Dalai Lama, and it's being read by it's in the Unto Thee I Grant. I'll go and get it. It's behind me. Unto Thee I Grant is right here behind me. And I think the year was 1747. It's within the introduction. Right. And again, this is Unto Thee I Grant from the Rosicrucian Library. Shout out to Mother Rashida Bey.
Islam.
This is Yarha for Great Seal National Association of Moorish Affairs at Shaka Mountain. Right. Yeah. And this is one of the first physical gifts she's given me. And it says because it's actually I think it's what's this guy? Who is this guy? This is an English gentleman of high associations, went to China in the years between 1740 and 1750. So it's just talking about his accounts. And so he's talking about a letter that was, he's giving his account. Hey, man, it's May 12, 1749. And look, I got this letter, from the Emperor of China, and it was sent in 1747 to the Grand Lama in Tibet, now known as the Dalai Lama, right? And so, yes, that letter starts off right here at the bottom of introductory page, the little Roman numeral 3. Says, quote, we the Emperor of China, sovereign, and all the sovereigns of the earth in person in the person of this, our most respected Prime Minister, Cao Su, right? So Cao Su was the Kosao on behalf of the Emperor of China, and the Emperor is never a singular being. It's evidence here, even in 1747, an emperor is the people. So even when you look at the preamble pertaining to the Constitution, where it says we the people of the United States, it's actually we the emperor pertaining to the United States of Morocco, which is where we are. And that's just one of many Masonic secrets that we can freely speak with no consequences. And I yield the floor.
Islam.
Islam, gratitude for that, bro. See, that just came to mind. So yes, organizing who we are, our position, and those who seem to have this quote unquote, authority, in the seats that they are sitting in, but remembering the oaths and obligations that they take and that they have to be in those positions. So we're really able to start relating just the higher knowledge from what is law, what isn't, what are contracts and what are not, and what makes contracts void. And, really taking the higher learning and the occult knowledge of this so that now we can start to really see, take the veil off, because that's what Prophet Noble Drew said. I came and took the veils off all secret societies here. So this is being removed for Stowaway Islands, the Chiles, but really collectively as we really start to see things for what they are and for what they aren't. All right, so we've got Mars in the 7th house, in Gemini there. So really, instead of getting emotional, wanting to go off impulses and do things that would harm another, this is really taking into account just how we feel about things and how we see things and how we relate, so that now proper action can be taken and planned and organized within yourself and within your groups there. So this is oh man, this is so like the Justice League jurisprudent gem right here, really coming into play from making claims and grievances against those who are in the seats but not fulfilling their duties here.
Acting as sheriff.
This is action on the acting here.
Fictional actions.
Fix your actions.
All right.
I got a service. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Contracts. Yeah, everyone really starting to see. Everyone really starting to see that, hey, who these so-called quote-unquote gurus talking about authenticate the BC, which will be the birth certificate here, and really just, really seeing things for what they are, and taking the time to study things for oneself and just not believing everything you see on the internet.
Let's call it what it really is, Brother
Sean.
Sean.
Bring that justice.
Let's call it what it really is, because birth certificates are foundlings, are for foundlings. So they're not birth certificates; they're vaginal finding certificates. Like, oh, hey, look, I found this out your cooch. Is this yours or no? Would you care to be an informant on this affidavit? That's what's happening there. I yield.
That's fine. Right, guys. So yeah, really just seeing things what they are and what they're not. And it might be so shocking that you might not be able to feel like you can breathe.
You will breathe again, breathe again, breathe again. Ding, 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 ding. No, that's not. Okay. I just thought I would ad-lib that there. Okay, I yield.
Islam. So yeah, this is just clarity on one's status and the status for others, and just the values that you owe yourself and what others do care and they take to you to really bring this justice that, hey, why do things keep happening the way they do? Because actions have been done to keep doing things how they've always been done. So this is just really a new way of seeing things, right? Finally, it's like cycle breaking here.
Wow.
Clarity of that, oh wow, they've been saying this all along. Yeah, you just didn't want to listen because you wanted to fascinate and deny it that, hey, if I don't act like I can't see the unseen, then the unseen doesn't happen. Nope, yep, you can't see.
Nope.
Can't happen no more.
Ooh.
Nope on the rope.
Wow.
Yeah, that's yesterday. So watch the movie yesterday. I guess that works. Why be in fascination and denial? Just have a yes day. All you gotta do is say yes. Yeah, man. All right, yeah.
Yeah, get your Synastry reading so you can be in poetry. Astro.
You have made the possibility. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I
You got the Synastry and it was the best.
Mm-hmm. For real, man. No, Synastry is real.
So there's no stress.
Seriously, I mean, why not do the Synastry? Sin, like synonym is like similar name, right? Like what's a synonym? You know what I mean? Something that has a similar, right? Let's see, spelling, right? Wouldn't a synonym be like the word saw and the word saw, where one is the past tense of see and the other one is a tool for cutting?
Indeed.
So a Synastry would be, like you can have the same stars, possibly. You will want some stars to be able, you can, have some, getting along there, have some similarities, right? So Synastry is, same stars, right? So let's see if you got some same starring going on there, right? Or do you have some? Would it be Synastry, right? Synonym, antonym. So it'd be ancestry. You don't want ancestry, right? That creates what? Dysfunctional families. Single homes, single being homes, right? So Synastry would be actually apropos, right? To make sure you're no longer creating dysfunctional situations out there in the world, and I think it would be apropos to do so and be very prudent and behoove all of us to really consider that, so that we can actually have a non-socially engineered animal husbandry experience. I'm just serious. I yield. Islam.
So yeah, guys, get your Synastry.
Get your Synastry.
We're gonna, like a hammer and a nail. We're gonna pound it in till you get it.
Yes.
Like
with your sister. That's your sister.
Like the dollar store equivalent near, like the dollar store equivalent across the pond. Take it to Pound Town. Yes.
Yes.
I yield. Islam.
All right, let's see where we at next. All righty. We at Ruby, Congo Democratic Republic. Interesting.
Oh wow, Democratic
and Republic. Wow, what?
Oh no, the Congo, Ruby, Congo is under occupation. Oh no, they fell for the fiat currency game, and now their people are slaves to it. That's what I see when I see Democrat. I have a Democratic Republic. That sounds so, what's the word? Socially engineering. Well, how do you say? Oh, you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. Okay.
Oh man, Islam. Wow. All right, yo. So for the Ruby Congo Democratic Republic, so guys, you're gonna be able to find Seven Hill Star on the internet, and scratch that Democratic out of there, because it's definitely not benefiting anyone. This is going on in the 11th house, so yes, some internet organization, or like I said, talks within the group here. Mars in the 7th, about to, in the 7th there. So it's really, I'm gonna say clarity to contracts, clarity to who is, and once again, who is what is and what isn't, who is who and who is not. And with the 10th being the 12th from the 11th, there's going to be some healing here once, folks that are, so-called experts or, deal with authority or, also deal with fame, like cat's out the bag, yo.
No, I mean, okay. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna stop.
Oh man. For the saying so that y'all can get it, the cat's at the bag here, like Mercury's in the 11th too. So Mercury's, got the sponsorship over the sun and the moon. So it's just some communications. Communications will arise with you guys, but you need to be organized about it. In the 7 impulses
to avoid the situations. Must avoid situations.
Avoiding situations with the communications. Sun the 10th. So yeah, avoiding situations within your communication. So that you get your Synastry reading, so now you're not stressing over situations. Hey,
situations.
Once again, fascination denial. Lilith in the 9th. When it deals to travel, authority, wisdom. That's like this. I don't know. Virgo new moon. This is Virgo.
Yeah. You don't want to be the new lead singer for the Temptations. David Bluffin. I yield. Don't they had a new hit called Sentences? Let me stop. Okay, I yield. All right, I'm lost. We do it every once in a while. It's just funny.
It's been a minute.
All right, I yield.
It's loud. So we got a 7-11 shrine with Mars and Mercury. So yeah, this is just getting creative on how to, as they would say, quote unquote, clap back at those who wronged you. But this is not even the collective really having to do anything. I think this is just gonna take care of itself. It's gonna take care of it.
Did you just ja rule a few lines ago? Did you just say clap back? Really? That is hilarious. All I heard in my head. Okay, I yield. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead. I yield.
It's just using something that to relate with others here. It's just like this is just proper strategizing here. Because you're getting creative about how you relate to others. How can you really just do as you see fit. Sun and Moon and Virgo is definitely all about organization and getting the details. So now you're really getting these details so that you can see the bigger picture. So, the groups, the friends, the organizations, associations, whatever you'd like to say, for the 11th house, you're really going to be reflecting on your creative processes. And just let's see right there, and Neptune is in the 5th. So really just tuning in to the higher vibrations of how you operate, how you see things, what you see fit, not being worrisome about having these talks, because it's clear that there's a bunch of number one bullshit guys. How do we get rid of these number one bullshit guys? This is just active communication.
Being living truth.
Being living truth.
It's love. Yo, this is I'm getting this some sort of manuscript may be discovered around this area here that may be intellectually moving. Yes, I yield with that.
Some fresh contracting abroad. Because look, I know we probably already mentioned it, and I'm just kind of tuning in from doing all the, just sharing our content, right? However, this new moon is happening in Virgo, and then from this particular zone, if I'm not mistaken, all in the 11th house is Sun, Moon, and Mercury. There's a new contract, right? Ruby is the alleged birthstone for the month of July, right? And I think this is going to be there's no place like home kind of energy here. So some people may be either ending political and or corporate contracts, or could be finding the remedy to neutralize those that are currently in place. And I yield.
All right, let's see what we got
I'm
now.
gonna go cut some salad for my baby.
Islam.
All right, so we got the new moon in the Scorpio zone. This is occurring August 27th on a Saturday. This is Plebo, Liberia.
Plebo, Liberia.
Plebo.
Plebo.
Power to the plebo. Oh, stop. Okay, give the plebo what they want. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Plebo, Liberia.
Plebo, Liberia.
Libria.
Libra. Plebo. Swag dripping with the sauce. All right. So it looks like Mercury will be really over 11th, 12th, and the 1st and the 8th. So 8, 11, 12, 1, Mercury will be ruling over. Would you look at that? So this is all about endings. I think I said earlier, coming into information of why you found out things happened the way they did, Sun and Moon in Virgo. This is like receipt pulling, receipt pulling, just reading over previous contracts, documents, books, just even like dreams, like some of the collective here in Liberia is really going to be wondering why they're having some of the dreams that they do, and really experience the butterfly effect. Seeing like, oh, wow, this is what's been going on. And, this is what the, power of the internet is really like able to just come across lots of different information. But at the same time, you're going to balance that and take it for what it is and what it isn't, and cross-reference with Mercury ruling over that, the 8th house too. You really is like, how can I find the value in really appreciating occult knowledge and just joint ventures and finding peace and harmony and understanding that there is the fire cycle, the physical, and really understanding the senses outside of that and how things work, and Uranus and the North Node in there as well in Taurus. So yeah, it's all about some value. How do you value yourself? How do you value what you want? How do you value documents like the Constitution and treaties and other things? Like, this is really just a clean sweep, a spring cleaning of your career and just what you thought to be true. Not to be doom and gloom, but hey, there's been an avalanche of lies shoved here. So it's like a melting and digging away of untruthful, unconscious beliefs and anxiety here. So really get into the gut of things, the health of it, the organization of it, just to be open and be ready to move, you know, and operate. Mercury's slowing down, you know, pre-retrograde shadow. Mars is in Gemini. You know, what's your why? From your heart, and yeah, really getting into details of your drive and what's your why, so that now you can, you know, on the higher scale, operate and organize and move as one needs to move, you know, while you're enjoying your own journey and with others. And yeah, Venus in 11th too. It's still these heart to hearts right here going on, because like everyone's starting to you know, really, like, I want to say like wake up, but like just become aware and conscious of things that have been hidden from them and things that they've repressed that's been causing you know, the mental stress, you know, quote unquote, whatever else you would like to say for that. And with that, I'm gonna yield for the new moon in the Scorpio zone for Plebo, La Billa. Plebo. Stop share there. Yeah, thank you. Well, I think this is about to be another good moon. There's been some really great transits. Like, not to say like that not any of them are not great, you know, but like just here late, like I know the weather report last week, man, it was really some great transits and energy. And you know, tropically, the moon and sun will be in Virgo. Sidereally, it's Leo. So really just physically, you know, shining and mentally, soully, just organizing and being open to receiving the healing. Like, be okay with healing. Like, if you're all about the big picture, get into the details. If you're all in the details, see about the bigger picture. You know, where is Virgo in your chart? And that's where you'll be getting, you know, the energies to come into you, you know, to where you need to organize and just be all about your health. Yeah.
So take care of that. Take care of yourself, seriously, and recognize the importance of that. And it's not just a video game. Yeah.
You don't get to start over, you know?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You do not get to start over. So yeah, take care of your vitality. Keep whatever keeps your vital energy going. Feed that. You know, as long as it isn't harming anyone else. Yeah.
Assets and liabilities.
Islam.
Still shocked about the Apple show. I am shocked about that. Interesting.
Bro, yeah, I'm not. No, bro.
No.
Just thinking about it.
I don't know how to put.
What? Wait, what? But all right.
Yeah.
Anyways, make sure you know you get your mirror readings, and you know we're definitely pushing Synastry. So make sure you are scheduling your Synastry session, or just your mirrors. So one, you can know yourself, and you know, I think we got other things and techniques that we can do. You know, that we depending on what the querent will like. You know, to really get to know yourself and your love language. You know, there's nothing wrong with it at all. You know, like get to know yourself. Hey, on all parts and levels, so that now you can know others, and you know, in this toxic ways of being, you know, so that we can just continue to operate and build. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Man knows thyself. That's a maximum. That's a maximum of truth. It's a maximum.
Get your Synastry bling.
Islam.
Get some long term instead of that quick fling.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Body is beautiful, but is it so the real thing? You know what I'm saying?
That's clever. You're so clever.
Hilarious.
It's fine, man. Yeah, that's real though, man. Know thyself. That's imperative. So to know thyself, you need to know thyself so you are able to, relate with whomever. It is up to you, so to speak. You are a helpful or useless member to society, to the community. That's another Circle 7 reference. But yes,
I would indeed. I add to your wisdom because there's a comment there, right? And then brother Kevin says when it was 2:22 on the East Coast, it was 2:22, right? It was about 9. Is that about 16 minutes ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for that. Timestamp there. Peace, greetings, Big Nisha X. That's what the YouTube handle says there. Anything good for Cancer/Gemini? Yeah. Well, let's say this: the moon's there right now, both tropically and sidereally. So the goodness in that being said, I guarantee a lot of you guys are probably going to your local restaurant right now. You probably don't you probably don't want to cook, or you're about to do some cooking for someone else. I got that feeling that people are feeling very nurturing in this.
What are you about to eat?
Yeah, and getting to their local, favorite spot to eat. Me, I had falafel come across the mind today. What about you, Brother Terrell? Since we're talking Cancer and Gemini,
I am about to have a salad.
Guys, like I just said, I'm about to go cut a salad for my baby. Like, I'm gonna see if I can beat her to making lunch today. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna make a lunch.
Not beat her. Hold on. Let's not get this. Hold on. Let's not get that time. What I mean by beat her to the lunch, which means I get to the kitchen first, right? I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I know how people will try to soundbite things out there in the world.
Hey, yo.
Because I ain't going front, man. It was man, she made like this own like little like taco bowl thingy yesterday. Man, I ate mine and hers, but she ain't finished. I was like, babe, that's smashing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go out there and see if I can make this. I already got it planned out. Lettuce, onion, tomato, peppers. I already got it planned already. Go out there and slice it up, cucumber it up. You know what I mean? But that's actually about it. Like for me, honestly. But yeah, guys, just collectively speaking, the moon's currently transiting. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably about maybe 9 to 10 degrees Cancer right now. Because last we checked when we got started, I had an astro clock up. We were seeing what was that? Hey, can you cue the other one too with the logo, bro? So to just even us out, just square us out, if you don't mind. So that way we just have all 4 of us there. It looked like playing a game of Aquarian Foursquare, right? Why Aquarian? Because it rules electronics. Okay, anyway, and the internet. However, yeah, guys, I'm just really thinking, just overall, by the moon being there, guys, you're gonna find yourself definitely ready to grub. Everybody, get your grub on. Everybody. Okay, anyway, yeah, that's all I'm saying. People are going to be
hands-on activities, puzzles.
What'd you say?
I said hands-on activities. Yes, puzzles, chess.
Yeah, that too.
Right?
Yeah. That's why when you mentioned recreation earlier today, I was like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds about right. Because technically, I'll be having a personal new moon in a few hours. You know what I mean? And Luna's transiting my first house technically. So yeah, I'll be feeling all ready to start anew and do things fresh. And yeah, so that's why even when it comes to cutting salad, there's the whole fresh thing right there, right? And it's interesting though, because Mars is where? In Gemini? Is Mars transiting Gemini currently? Right. So cutting with my hand, the food moon is in Gemini. See that? Yeah. I'm not gonna cut my hand though. Let's not do that.
Yes. Beware.
You guys be careful out there.
Yes.
I yield though. I yield.
It's loud. Don't move too fast, It's loud. It's yeah.
It's on, y'all. All right, so we appreciate you all. Shout out to everyone that was in the YouTube that will watch this when they get the time to watch that, and like, share, subscribe, share with your family members, your friends. Be a very Aquarian with it. very 11th house with it and share it. Right?
Do it. Send it now.
And guys, show up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We still letting you test it out, for the
you
star.
You want to.
Say it again.
They said they know they want to. They're
yeah.
fascinating and denying themselves about it.
Don't be afraid.
What's interesting, Brother Aro was like, man, it's so great when people do show up and at least try it out, because it makes for a really great interaction, and it helps people to work out the introversion within themselves, right? Word. And because we make it a safe space for everyone. That's really what it is. Like, I know how we present and we like to joke and things of that nature. Guys, we're not assholes. Like, we're very caring and careful, and it's mainly, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because it starts with me. I set the fucking tone. You know what I mean? And the last thing I want is people to fucking feel intimidated when they're coming to really learn and really be reminded, to be taught and reminded. All righty. So what was that? Being taught and reminded. John 14:26. After me will come a spirit that will teach you and remind you of all things. Is that right? Is that John 14:26?
I'm not
guys,
sure.
Look it up. It's out there. You guys got some homework. All righty. John 14:26. After me will come a spirit that will teach you and remind you of all things. All righty. So, and I'm not saying anything. I'm just Brother Hassan assisting. However, I would love for you all to be comfortable. So all you got to do, you guys know, when it comes to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just ask me for the link. You can come on in. If you want the archive, you want the videos, each video, right? So far, we got 6 days done. Friday, Saturday, Sunday from the 12th, 13th, and 14th of August. Friday, Saturday, Sunday from the 19th, 20th, and 21st. Those are complete. And each day is 36 each. So right now, that's basically 216 units for those 6 videos. You can get one at a time. It's going to be 36 videos total. So over the next 3 years, if you want, you can give 36 notes per moon cycle. It's really up to you guys. It really doesn't matter. If you want the actual archive videos, you know what I mean? So you can collect that. Other than that, we're telling people, hey, it's basically based on Prophet Noble Duality University, 70star.com, Astrology Firms, Impromptu Improv, AstroLiteracy Comprehension Conference. Now you have the floor to Brother Terrell Tamari Bay. Islam.
Which, you said John what?
It is, yeah, John 14:26.
14:26, chapter 14.
14 minute 26.
Yeah, can we get the amplified version, Brother Judd?
You.
That's hilarious.
Chapter 14, verse 26.
Mm-hmm. Am I right?
But the helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things and bring to you remembrance all that I said to you.
Remember, I told you these things long ago.
This is New American Standard Bible here, right here, sir.
What kind?
This is New American Standard. My King James version is in the back.
Yeah, he was joking, saying give him the amplified version.
Yeah, I know. He wasn't joking. He was not joking.
No, he wasn't, but he was at the same time, freestyle it, remix it while it's in your hands. Like, that's what we do, man. We impromptu improv this thing, man. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You feel me?
I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even, nope. Make them cross reference, bro. Right, they have the cross reference. Do your studies, man. Do your studies. Listen up. Because we will be on here another hour and a half.
Yeah, I know,
there
right?
You go.
But the helper. Right? And here,
the comforter.
Version, right? Hold on.
Go ahead. Wait. No, you got it. No. I'm done. No.
No, I just want to preface it.
No.
I just want to preface it. Okay, so guys, this is the first time I've ever learned about the four corners rule, right? When I first opened up an Amplified Bible, I was like, what are these brackets? And I just like, what are literary brackets? I think that's what I typed in. And it's like, oh, editorial literary brackets are X, Y, and Z. And the more and more I was studying pertaining to declaring and proclaiming my nationality, And I had studied a video by Bill Faust, who they had killed in 2011, who somebody had killed in 2011. Bill Faust, Arizona Man on the Land. And in the zip codes presentation that he does, he explains the four corners rule. And I was like, whoa. And the way that he explained it, it was just like, okay, now I get it. But the first time I ever been introduced to four corners rule was the Amplified Bible. Right? And that's because, like, guys, there's some things you can actually see. And I guess we'll do one more thing for them. Since there was a whole Cancerian, Geminian question out there, I got another thing. But however, you wanna read that real quick, Brother Sorrell?
Goodness gracious.
Is that a no?
It's a yes and a no. But the helper, right?
It's a
the comforter, the advocate, the intercessor, the counselor, the strengthener, the one who stands by, right? The Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, in my place to represent me and act on my behalf, right? The Holy Spirit, or the comforter, or the advocate, whomever. He will teach you all things, and he will help you remember everything that I have told you. It's not.
So let's do some mathematics and travel through time real quick, a Jupiter cycle apart, shall we? Do me this favor, please, Brother Sean. Where it says John 14:26, can you type Jeremiah 38:10 for me? And then where it says Amplified Bible, could you go to 1599 Geneva?
Ooh.
Since we're here to teach and remind, right?
Ciertamente, hermano.
Muy interesante. Can somebody read that?
But
Jeremiah, chapter 38, verse 10.
And notice that this is a Jupiter cycle before the King James Version is released. A Jupiter cycle, 12 years before the King James Version. I yield.
Islam. Then the king commanded Ebed Melech the Blackmore. The Blackmore. You see, black is lowercase, B is lowercase. More.
I said.
M more. M is uppercase. Proper.
Sounds like a proper person there. Okay, I yield.
Proper.
And propria persona sui juris. Okay, I yield.
Persona. Yes, I see. Then the commanded Ebed Melech the Blackmore, saying, take from hence 30 men with thee, and take Jeremiah the prophet out of the dungeon before he die. The Blackmore.
Let's look at three other versions real quick. Okay, so never forget.
Let me read the version that I have in my hand. Look, it says
the standard version. Okay, go right ahead.
This is New American Standard Bible. Then the king commanded Ebed Melech the Ethiopian.
The Ethiopian. We are not Negro, Black, Ethiopian.
The demarcation line.
The demarcation line. What does the Young's literal translation say? I'm curious. What is the YLT by Robert Young? What does that say? Well, we know that the 1599 Geneva Bible definitely says more.
It does say Blackmore, doesn't it?
And the king commanded Ebed Melech the Cushite.
Oh, my ante.
Jesus Christ. What does the Amplified Version say? AMP, yeah, AMP, yeah, AMP, yeah, AMP.
I have an amplifier.
Mm-hmm.
It was another demarcation line again.
Another demarcation line. Looky. Biblical cookie. Oh, Astro-Masonic
Northwest and southwest, northeast and southeast. Yes. All right. Go ahead. I yield.
Well, let's get it understood. Oh, yeah. We're going to share something good. Oh, yeah. Stop. I'm just serious. All right. So why are we doing this? In the spirit pertaining to John 14:26, right? For you all to be taught and reminded of all things that you already known in other bodies in times ago, right? So I'm going to yield here and get ready to cut salad for my beloved mother, Mistress Consort, and hold on, well, please. I just trust that we did some more good here so that you guys can open your minds more and don't just look at one so-called version pertaining to the Helios Bibliotech. All right. You really want it to be some basic instructions before, living everlasting life. I know people are like, before leaving Earth, not living everlasting life. Allow yourselves to really read for real and free your mind, and the rest will follow. Right? That's in vogue, right? Mango! I yield.
Chapter 47, cross-reference that with what you just observed.
Oh, yes. Yeah, in the Holy Koran. Oh, yes, chapter 47 in the Holy Koran, divinely prepared by
Islam.
Prophet Noble Drali.
Indeed. I yield.
All right. Appreciate
Mango!
you very much, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Islam. Islam.
I'm going to enjoy this mango over here.
Yes.
I yield.
Yes. It's pretty much gone now, Saya.
Yeah, but it's so good. Oh, God. All right, it's gone. All right, it's all gone. All right, guys, I yield.
All right. Thank you all again for tuning in with us. It's Intuition Monday. The next to be looking for Wednesday, the Astro Weather Reports. Done every Wednesday. Friday are the conferences. Schedule your Synastry readings. Partaking in cuffing season, or if you are already together or in matrimony, we all have something for each level.
Oh, yes.
Definitely
do. And make sure the people you're coming to ask Synastry about are in agreement some way, shape, or form, because we're very ethical. We don't want you
Please.
This is information, and they have no clue, and then that's not good. That's not good.
Please. Please.
Seriously.
Oh, man.
You do it.
All right.
Islam.
Namaste. Go ahead, Brother Sean. It's on you.
Brother Jad, Brother Sign, thank you once again, brothers. Thank you again, bro. And thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your moon day, your Monday, and check back with us for the Astro Weather Report on Wednesday. And 7 Hill Star, we are out. Peace and love to you all.